Hey guys, it's Mike, another King Arthur Legends Rise video. Today we're actually going to pre-record a video for the launch. I don't know what's going to happen. I apologize, I won't be home when the reset takes place, so I don't know if we're getting a new champion. We'll find out together, but I won't be able to record a video until I get back, probably Friday night or Saturday. So unfortunately I'm out of town and I won't be able to do anything with that. But I did want to go over some of the things that I'm working on while I'm gone, and then some of the hopefuls as far as the reset when it takes place. We did get kind of a new daily login situation that's going on right now. Not this guy here. This has been going on for a few days here. Some pretty juicy rewards going on there. I think this is every 30 days they have this one going on. So it's right here in the 29 day, but it's a in full bloom. Things are turning green in Camelot, and then you end up at 21 days, although it says, oh yeah, 29 days to do it. So as long as you log in 21 of those 29 days, you'll be good to go. But you get 1,000 rubies at the end of it, so that's pretty good. A lot of little goodies along the way also, so kind of doubling up on the daily rewards. To me, this is promising. This is showing that they're putting new and active things in the game, so hopefully we have a new champion today. Keep my fingers crossed, staying positive. I think that we probably will over in Lake Avalon. Currently, as it sits, where I'm recording this a couple days in advance, we do have just a few hours left on the Claudius event and the Anya event, and then we're going to go ahead and pull some summons as well today, just to kind of go over that and have something to put in the video that's pretty fun. I have been working on my champions getting 6-star awakened. Specifically, Anya is now 6-star awakened, and I was able to put a banner on her for Pierce to get a little more damage out of her. Ideally, I could get her in a strife set where when she kills an enemy, she gets to go again immediately. That'd be a huge win. And then today, Bedivir's favor dungeon opened up, so we're gonna get that knocked out and get his chivalry up so that we can get a Pierce banner on him as well. So we do need 35 of these golden crows here to get that knocked out, and then I'm just gonna kind of move down to get Sergius knocked out. Don't really need to, I know, but it's just the collector in me wants it all done. Get his knocked out, and then when Lancelot's steed comes back around, we're gonna go ahead and get that one knocked out as well. Once I have that done, I think I am going to move straight over to Iwerit, and I'm going to get Iwerit knocked out as much as I possibly can. But I'm trying to get those folks that I am using the most squared away so that they're at least doing the best job they can for me. As far as the current events in the game, I pretty much maxed them all out. I'm actually have some free stamina to do the things that I want to do, which is kind of fun. But the Prankster Gifts is still going on, but as long as you're playing in the game, there's a lot of different places you're picking those up. We do have some of those to pull today as well. On this guy here, we do have 22 hours. I don't have a lot of gold, and honestly, I might do it. The best way to do this is grab pieces of gear that are high level, 5, 6 star, and just take them to level 3 or 6. Doesn't take a lot of gold, and if you do that over the course of 20, 30, 40 pieces, it starts to stack up levels pretty quickly. There are 3 summons here, so I might do that before we actually summon, just get that knocked out. I might have to spend some time over in Gorgos to get a little bit extra gold just to get that done, but that's okay. On the crystal consumption, probably going to press on this 150 crystals and get this one memory stone. That'll be very exciting for me. Again, I spent the 5,000 rubies before this event started. Otherwise, I'd be doing much better. I'd be able to max this out, actually. I was hoping to get 5,000 more rubies to buy another one of those selectors, but lesson learned. And from now on, I'm going to make sure I wait for the crystal consumption event before I go and make some big purchases on my crystals there. With the war here, we are going through the war. My clan is not super active, but we're starting to stack up some of these rewards, but we will not unlock these until after it's over. But we do have 10 of the upgraded summons, which is a big win, as well as some gold, and then also the relic summons as well. Hopefully by the end of it, we can get a few more of these rewards. It'd be kind of nice. If we could destroy a castle, that'd be good. Get some 2 more summons there. And then, yeah, kind of working through it. But I've actually been really enjoying the clan war this time around with all the bot or dummy teams that are in there. At least there's somebody to fight, which I think was a good a good move forward. In the Anya event and the Clotus event, I did get those maxed out, so I got all the rewards in both of those guys, I think yesterday or the day before. So since then I've been utilizing my stamina in ways I see fit, which is kind of nice to have some downtime to be able to build on your account the way that you want to and not necessarily the way that you have to spend the stamina. I've also been pressing along in story mode in Hell here, trying to get some 3 stars on some of these chapters and get some of these rewards that are down here. There's a couple levels I just can't quite knock out yet, but I'm hoping by getting a Pierce Banner on my Bedivere and on my Anya, that could be the difference to kind of get through in the limited amount of turns you get for some of these things. But I've been using my 10 daily, I think I stopped on chapter 5, using my 10 daily tickets to kind of work through some of these, and it has been pretty beneficial. Got a lot of goodies along the way, and it's something you got to do anyway for the daily things, so you might as well try to get some of these kind of knocked out in the interim. If not, go back and farm different aspects you need, and that's kind of the way I've been doing it, just to make sure that I can keep my account pressing along, building up my champions and getting all of their skills up and just all the different upgrades I can do for them. But while I'm gone, I always try to make sure I get through all of my daily missions. I think there's 16 of them actually every day. So I try to get through all of those, and then also make sure I'm not falling behind the weekly. The weekly just reset, so I'll be back in time to knock these out. And then the monthly also just reset, so I'll be back in time to knock those out as well. So just staying on top of these daily missions, which really you can blaze through pretty quickly. It don't take a lot of time. It's just a matter of kind of stepping away. We're at a seminar all day, so it'd be kind of tough to step away and get some time. But you get the battle running, put the game in your pocket, and by the time you come back, it should be knocked out and done. But let's jump into the item bag, see what we got. Just FYI, some of the resets, I think it's depending on when you started your account, but I did get a monthly reset today, as well as a freebie for I think 70 days logging in. There was a free thing in the packages that was stamina, it was in the pop-up offers, but it was just free for me to pick up. But it was stamina and some rubies, so that was kind of cool. But again, we're just falling short of those 5,000. I might see if there's somewhere I can pick up 1,600 rubies, because if I could buy 5,000, because they still have that selector in the pop-up offers, and I think it's going for a little while longer. Short of spending money, though, I don't know where I'm going to get 1,500 rubies. Well, that's kind of a fun banner. $100. Oh my gosh, for Bedivere and Gillian. But there's your 4,300 rubies. I'd be ready to go. But I think we still have, these guys are still going on for another day. But the crystal consumption event ends today, or ends in 22 hours. So I'd have to knock that out beforehand. But I would buy this guy here again and get those extra memory stones, some cool goodies there. But then you get a selector on the Relic, which would allow me to select 2 relics. If I did that, I would probably actually pick up the Storm Relic from Morgan, and then keep one on the account. Although if you hold on to this long enough, maybe you can get Nika's Frost Relic when it becomes part of the pool. I'm not sure how that exactly works. So, but if I can get to 5,000 crystals, I'd probably pick this up, and then I can max out that event as well. But I might have to poke around and see where I can potentially get crystals. But let's jump into the item bag, see what we have. We've got a rare character to summon here, so we'll use that. Just stacking up chivalries. Rosier, we just got to chivalry level 10, so that'll be tokens, which is totally fine for me. Trying to stack up 5,200 so that I have the ability to purchase a legendary character. We got a couple rare relics here. There were 5 total relics that I did not have for rare characters, so I don't know if any of these, I can't remember which ones they were. I think Frederick I did, and I did need one. I don't know if this is a Frost or not, but yeah, we are kind of moving through those pretty quickly. I need to go back and look at all of the different relics and see which ones are beneficial for who, because honestly there's just a lot going on there. But there's also only a few or a handful of rares I actually use, so really as long as like I know which ones I'm using for them, it kind of makes sense. Like Rosier, I'm using her Flame Relic. On Cormac, I'm using his Frost Relic. With Kay, I do use her Frost Relic just because I'm too lazy to build Accolone, but I'm working on him. He's getting better. He's actually 6-star 60 now. I am trying to put some gear on him and build it up. But I have been using Kay's Frost Relic. Accolone is a great example. I'm not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure the relic he comes with is the one that you use. But I probably could look into that and find out for sure. and whether or not I need any of his relics. But I do have plenty of tokens in the relic shop, and I've been purchasing. I did purchase, I think it was Clarison's Storm Relic came through there, didn't have it, so I picked it up. But I do have quite a few of those tokens. I still have 58,000 of those tokens there for any relics that do happen to come here. So I did pick up Clarison's Storm Relic. Here you got Claudus's Frost Relic and Guinevere's Flame Relic. I'm not sure if either of those are good, but my goal is to basically maintain 52,000 in case one of the ones that I'm really excited about comes through. I can pick it up, because I definitely don't want to have one of these daily sales come in and see the Storm Relic for Morgan in there and be like, oh, I can't buy it because I just spent it on a bunch of useless relics I'm not even using. So I want to make sure I hold on to at least 52,000 to be able to do that. And then when I get twice that much, I'll buy a relic that I don't have, which is where Clarison's Storm Relic came in. But if we jump over to Lake Avalon and get into these normal summons, we've got 30. There are 2 characters, both common, that I do not have completely maxed out with Chivalry, as far as the common and uncommon characters. So outside of that, it's just rares that I'm working on. Sergio, I'm pretty sure have 10. So here's one of my guys here, or gals, I'm not sure. Who is this? This is Ted. This is Ted. I like how some have really cool names, and then there's Ted. So anyway, so Ted we're working on there with a Chivalry level 9, and then this guy here is Joseph. So Ted and Joseph are my guys. I'm trying to get them dialed in. That should be working towards their Chivalry, but I do have, you need 5 copies of them, so I need quite a few copies of each of them to get it done. But everybody else is tokens, and I'm just stacking them up, so that works out pretty good. Hopefully we got another Ted there. That's that. Yeah, that's Ted. And hey, we got another Ted and then another Joseph. So we're getting there. But once those guys are done, it'll be kind of nice because then I can just completely focus on rares. We are getting a rare on this one. I got excited. I was like, legendary, but you can't get legendaries on these ones. But you did get a rare, so that's pretty good. It's pretty exciting. Get the luck juices flowing. Bodwin is a great pull. Need to start working on him. He does disperse damage among all of your allies equally, which comes in super handy on some of those attacks that come in from big bosses. So that is kind of a unique feature to his kit. I don't know of a lot of other champions that actually do that. He might be the only one. So having him built on your account does add a lot of versatility. And then we got a couple more of our Josephs over here. So hopefully we're going to get him to Chivalry level 9, probably not all the way to 10. But that's a good step in the right direction. As we move over to the special summons here, we are 51 away from Pity, and we only have 30 to pull. So we're going to go ahead and pull these 30. Hopefully we don't need Pity. It'd be kind of fun to get a new legendary on the account. I say new, the only new legendary I could pull, oh, I guess there's 2. There's Ceres as well as Gilroy. And we don't need Pity. Look at this. Look at this. Awesome. And we got 3 rares. That's pretty exciting. Lepaldi. The second level of hard Forbidden Dungeon with the Lepaldis is actually really difficult. So that's it's been kind of a challenge getting through there. You haven't changed in the slightest. Another Vivian. I pulled 3 Vivians in a row. So that's Chivalry level 2 for my Vivian. She might be upset at me because when I built her, I was disappointed with her. So maybe she's trying to get her Chivalry up so she can impress me moving forward. But I'll take that all day long. She's a great champion. Come through here with Frederick, and I guess we can skip through. So Vivian on to Chivalry level 2. As we grab the next 10 pack here, that resets Pity, so we're moving to the next 60, which is totally fine with me. That's pretty exciting to get one right out of the gate like that. We got 1 rare. All right, we'll probably do 1 rare. That's probably, that's fair. We'll let them get away with that. So that's 2 Bodwins, so that definitely gets us to Chivalry level 8, which is pretty cool. We'll take that, and let's see if we can get lucky on this last 10 pull. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? We got lucky twice. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting that content creator luck that everybody's been talking about. It's eluded me up until this point, but I'm starting to feel pretty lucky. Jarrett is great. Got them all dialed in. And Vengeance only begets more. Another Morgan. That is awesome. We will take Morgan all day long. That's Chivalry level 5? 6. I think it's Chivalry level 6 for my Morgan. I was talking about bringing her Chivalry levels up, and I didn't mention how big the attack speed is for Morgan. So when you're kind of going through your Chivalry, yeah, she's on 5 already, so now we're up to 6. Chivalry level 5 is stats, but 20 attack speed, and you want her fast, is huge. And then when you get all the way to 9, you get another 15, which is also really big. But again, all these extra stats along the way are just going to make her that much better. And she's already an amazing champion. So we're on to Chivalry level 6 for our Morgan here. So that is pretty exciting there. And then we'll zip on down to wherever Vivian is. There we are. And we got Chivalry level 2, get an extra 10% recovery. So that's going to help her out. Get that going on. And at a certain point, I'll have to rebuild and refocus on her. I mean, to be fair to her, I didn't do any upgrades to her Relic. And I don't think I have very many Awakens on her. So there's a lot of opportunity for me to buff her stats up quite a bit, which would make her significantly more effective. But I did have high hopes that a base level Vivian was going to make a big difference for me in Pedarge's Sanctuary. And she really kind of fell flat, unfortunately. So that was a little bit disappointing. Let's zip all the way down to the end and see where we're at with Ted and Joseph down here. So let's see here. We've got Ted. We can't do Chivalry for Ted. We need one more copy of Ted before he's done. And then Joseph, we actually did get all 10. So we can knock out Joseph, waste all this gold. I know it's a waste. I still have to do it. There's just something about it. I have to do it. So he is completely maxed out now. We are just waiting on Ted. And when we get Ted dialed in, we only need one copy of him. We'll be in a good spot there. And then we can start really focusing in on all of the rare characters. So we kind of zip through the rare character. Let's see if there's anybody here we can add Chivalry to. There's our bottom. I was going to say for sure we can do bottom. We can actually do 2. We must have got 3 copies of him. Or I didn't have gold last time I went in here looking. So that's pretty cool. We're going to get him to Chivalry level 8 and Chivalry level 9. Which is pretty cool because he's almost maxed out at that point. And I do need to spend some time building him. So we'll work on that too. Let's see how we're doing with Frederick. Got him to Chivalry level 8. So we're starting to really get there. Like this account is kind of feeling more and more end game every day. I would make the argument that the difference between moving from mid game to id game is actually going to be more about the gear and the relics you have, and less about the guardians or the characters. Because by the mid game, you're going to have a majority of the characters from the codex. That's just going to be how it is. You might have various levels of chivalry on those characters, but you're going to have a majority of them on the account. But depending on which relics you have, like the Frost and Storm here, I got Gillian's Storm Relic here. Those are where you're going to kind of set yourself aside, as well as how many good pieces of 6-star gear you have on your account is really going to be what makes you more in-game and less mid-game. So I'd say in the gear aspect of things, I'm definitely mid-game because I have a lot of opportunity to start getting better gear on my account. Because right now, a lot of my stuff is pretty garbage, but I'm working with it. I'm making it better every day. So we jump out into the token exchange, take a quick peek, see if I did get anything new on the relics. We can go ahead and select all here, turn these guys into tokens. Got Rosier maxed out there. You got 247 we're going to exchange. All the red notes in here always make me nervous. It's like, oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? I think that's it. So yeah, so these guys are all still working on chivalries. There's my Ted right there. Just need one more copy of Ted. And then we'll be good to go there. So we can select all here and hit OK. So those are all duplicates for me. I do have all those on the account already, but we'll turn those into 2,400 of those relic tokens and start working towards our next legendary relic, which they stack up pretty quick as soon as you get kind of all that stuff done. So it's been pretty cool. 22 hours, I'll be on an airplane heading to Baltimore, so I will not know what happens with this rate up summons when this switch is over. So hopefully we get a new character. Hopefully you're hearing this and you're like, yeah, Mike, we got a new character. Super exciting. But, you know, I'm trying to stay in front and put some content out there for you guys while I'm gone. But it doesn't always work. 17 hours, I'm getting a new castle, so that's pretty fun. But I think that's about what I got for you guys today. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me and having some fun, sticking with me all the way to the end, and I look forward to seeing you next time.